Although Sparkster was able to conquer his enemy's stronghold, the Pig King was able to escape to the Pig Star. Can Sparkster brave the depths of space to reach him?
And we've got another flying stage. This time though, this is entirely a flying stage, and in fact this is actually more or less a shmup. So this is definitely the most difficult flying stage in the game, and yeah, it gave me a lot of trouble. Not these guys though. You do get a free apple if you manage to kill all of them, that's pretty nice. I don't know why they give you so much health at the beginning here, because this is probably not really the time when you'll need it. You will need it later on. Oh, and may I say, a lot of the music in this game is good, of course, in fact almost every track is, but this song is particularly amazing. Okay, so this section is what I was talking about earlier, or one of them really. This is kind of cheap because, you know, asteroids can just come out of nowhere and just smack you upside the head. So this is a bit of a rude segment if nothing else, because it'll get quite a few cheap shots off you. Thankfully the stage does still like refreshing your health every once in a while, so at least you have that. Of course, that's one of those sections that'll give you a bit of a health refill if you manage to hit one of the asteroids, because apparently asteroids equals apples. I don't know why, they both start with the letter A, so I guess that's the justification there. So we have a mini-boss here. Like the guy in the previous stage, you can get a lot of hits off him if you manage to fly between his lasers. Otherwise, you'll just end up hitting his shield a whole lot when he's defending. And apparently the entirety of space exploded when I killed him. I don't know how that works, but hey, whatever. And yeah, see? You get apples. I don't get it either. And now we got more enemies right here. They can either shoot projectiles, or they can use that little mace on their arm. And hey, what do you got there, Axel Gear? He's got a giant fucking laser, that's what he's got. So, yeah, another mini-boss already. And I gotta admit, this is a pretty cool mini-boss, but at the same time, it's pretty hard. Because when he's not shooting gigantic goddamn lasers, he is shooting tiny little missiles. None of the things in this fight on their own are difficult. That mace swing, not difficult. The other projectiles these guys can shoot, not difficult. The missiles, not difficult. This laser, not difficult. But together, they are really, really hard to dodge, and I get nicked by damn near everything. Well, I did get nicked in every other failed recording of this. So yeah, this guy kind of really screwed me over a lot, and he does have quite a bit of health. Thankfully that giant laser does take care of the other enemies, so you don't have to constantly be killing these guys. You can also get a few free shots when he's firing his laser, because, you know, despite the fact that the sword beam is the most effective attack, your sword does still do stuff. And Axel Gear is injured, but he manages to escape, so he's not done just yet. He's not gonna die in the cold reaches of space. And what do you know? We're at the boss already. And this is also one of my favorite bosses in the game, because it's a giant space airship. You can't really do anything to him at the moment. You can't even attack those guns attacking you unless you manage to wedge yourself under here and wail on this one. You can get a bit of damage, but eventually... Oh, I actually managed to destroy it. I'm surprised I actually did that. But yes, anyway, eventually, and it should happen soon. Come on. Look, don't make a liar out of me, please. Come on, you're gonna do it eventually, right? Come on, you know you want... There you go. He sees your teleports around. And for some dumb reason, he decides to turn himself around so you can attack him easily. I don't know why he does that. It's not a very good idea. Don't worry though, he doesn't do that too much. He just does that to open his hatch. He will release enemies from it, but as long as you keep attacking the hatch itself, he can't release things, and you can destroy his hatch easily enough. So that's one part of the airship destroyed. And now his jaws has a weak point, and that's because eventually he will open his mouth and fire some shots that don't necessarily home in on you, but they do follow you, so you kind of want to be under him so they don't aim towards you too well. Because as I'm about to show off, if you're above him when he wants to attack, come on. Okay, now we'll attack, right? And come on, I know you do it one more time. There we go, yeah, see? He follows you, and that can be pretty tricky to avoid, I gotta say. I've definitely been hit by that. That's basically the theme of the stage. I've been hit by everything. Then he'll try to separate the ship to crush you, and don't worry, that little, energy beam or whatever it is, that definitely doesn't hurt you, because if it did, well, this would be a pretty cheap battle, because there's no real indication well, okay, there is an indication that'll do that, and that pretty much is the indication in itself. And it looks like we've beaten him, right? Only the front's left, so that has to be the end, right? No, because it's a motherfucking mech with a fucking minigun on the front. Seriously, this thing is amazing, and now it's going to be dancing around space trying to shoot us, and also it's got a second attack in which it will fire a laser that will try to home in on our position. Just move out of the way and it stops, and you'll be a-okay. Then for some reason he plays with his weak point, which is kind of stupid, but after that he'll freak the fuck out about, you know, you hitting his weak points, and you will have to go past him. Do not try to go under him when he's doing that, because of course his arms and legs are just flailing about down there, and if you try to pass under him, he will hit you. Try to pass over him though, and really, it's just a matter of good timing, and it's really not that difficult to time it. He moves slow enough. But yeah, see? Look at those legs and arms go. You probably wouldn't be able to dodge that. I mean, I'm sure it's possible, but you're probably not going to do it, let's be honest. I'd imagine it's kind of a frame-perfect sort of thing. Again, this is a battle that's not that difficult, it's just kind of easy to get nicked by this odd attack. And unfortunately, I believe he's got 4... Yep, he's got 4 health, not just 3. It's a little long of a boss. It should have been a 3-hit battle, truth be told, but it's not too bad, so I guess I can't complain too much. It's just a little bit lengthy since you have to wait to attack him. And I'd probably say that the first attack is probably the hardest to avoid overall, to be honest, because that one moves pretty quickly, and as such, you know, you might not dodge it correctly. You just have to keep calm while dodging it, and as long as you do that, you'll be a-okay. Just focus on dodging. Be good at dodging. That is my pro tip right there. Try next area. More like try your doom. And we're now approaching the Pig Star. As I'm sure we all know, that's a reference to that classic sci-fi movie we all know and love, Star Trek V.